In this short video, we're going to show you how to check your flex shaft for wear and then to lubricate it. First thing we want to do is make sure when your machine is running that you from time to time check the flex shaft to see if it's warm. If it gets warm or hot to the touch, then we're going to want to lubricate the flex shaft. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take out the flex shaft core. Very simple. Pull the flex shaft out of the Z-truck. Grab the tip of the flex shaft, holding in the spring so it doesn't come out, and just pull it on out. To check the wear of the flex shaft, you simply grab the two square ends with your fingers and you try to rotate it. This should be very torsionally stiff, meaning it shouldn't deflect very much at all. If you get 30, it should be under 30 degrees of deflection. If you grab and twist and it rotates 90 degrees, 180 degrees, most likely your flex shaft is worn out and you'll have to replace your flex shaft. So to lubricate it, we're going to use some very simple materials you can find around the house. Right here we have some saran wrap that we've cut just long enough to put the flex shaft in. We have our deep penetrating lubricant, which has graphite in it. This material is actually the material that you can buy from us here at CarveWright that we use at the factory for lubricating the flex shafts for your brand new machine. So we just simply take the bottle after laying the flex shaft out on the saran wrap, and we're just going to dab it along the flex shaft, and you'll see that it almost instantly soaks into the flex shaft. You want to put just enough on it so that it soaks in and a little bit flows down and underneath the flex shaft. You can kind of move it around and see there will be a little pool right underneath the flex shaft. So we're just going to go along the full length of this. And again, this is super penetrating solvent that carries the graphite directly to the center of the flex shaft, which is where the most frictional heating occurs. So we're simply going to go all the way along here. Watch it as it soaks in. You don't want a lot of excess, and you can kind of judge it by this little bottle that you can buy from us. Will lubricate your flex shaft 3 or 4 times. Okay, so now that we've got it all the way along, you can roll it and see there's a little pool underneath. You can kind of roll it around in that. I'm going to take the saran wrap, simply fold it over. We're just going to create a pocket that's full of that lubricant around the flex shaft. Roll in between your fingers, rub it in. You don't have to let it set at all. Once you've got it where you feel like it's totally covered, that stuff is penetrating all the way to the core, go ahead and take it out. This stuff can be really nasty for your clothes, so make sure you don't wear your nice white shirt when you're doing this. Take it out of the saran wrap. Then we're going to want to simply wipe it down with a clean rag. You don't want to put a lot of lint on it or anything. As you can see with the rag that there's just a little bit left over. Wipe it a couple times. It shouldn't be wet. You can then run your fingers on it, and that is all you need to do to lubricate your flex shaft. Go ahead and put it back in. Important part, whenever you're reassembling your flex shaft, make sure that it's seated all the way into the motor side. So when it goes, it should stick out about 5/8 of an inch, and you should, when you turn it with your fingers, you should feel the motor turn. Go ahead and snap it back into our Z-truck. Same thing on this side. Insert it in, rotate it, and make sure that when you rotate, you feel the resistance of the motor. So that concludes this video of how to lubricate your flex shaft.